We can try to run, we can try to hide, or we can even pretend it's not happening to us. But they always come around. And by they, I mean those days. The days it's hard to act. The days the motivation decides to embark on a trip away from our body, leaving no sign of coming back. Or even the days you're a bit excited to do something. Or you have an idea or a project and you're working on it. But then it starts happening. You miss a bus. Something gets off the schedule. You have issues with the gear, and no matter what you do, nothing seems right. Well, yeah, congratulations. They're here. They're really the days that nothing seems right. And yesterday was one of the perfect examples of those days. I really thought I wouldn't be able to post a video from yesterday because I got home a bit late. I had everything written down. I have every shot that I wanted to include, separated. All of the shots that I want to make with this camera, I wanted to have written down in order. I had my camera charged all in place when I got home, which was a bit later than usual because of the train delays. I started editing, and when I noticed time was passing, and when I clicked for exporting the project, I had the biggest surprise that the software that I use, which is CapCut, it wouldn't let me. It was telling me to pay to renew the subscription, which I did, and then I renewed the subscription, and then eventually started rendering the video. At the end of the rendering process, I got back to check and I had to upload it to YouTube Studio. So I uploaded the video. I had an issue with the first video, and then it was 11 p.m. and it would take me an hour and a half until the video was finally concluded. So I was like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's gonna be a missed day, a failed day. And I was getting anxious and I was getting overwhelmed and I was getting a bit frustrated. But I set an alarm for me because I was also dead tired when I started uploading the video. I prepared the title, I prepared the thumbnail, and I just let the uploading process to finish. I kept trying to upload other couple of times because there was presenting a lot of, YouTube Studio was giving me a lot of errors. So at the end of it, I was finally able to do it, and it was 4 a.m. in the morning when the video went out, or about 5 a.m. Anyway, I had to take a nap, and then I put my phone on the alarm to wake me up, and so I could post it. But this is all to say that everyone goes through those days. It's gonna happen to anyone. There is no escape from those days. It happens to anyone, and specifically to content creators. Oh, I have recorded hours of me talking to a camera before it wasn't even on, or thinking that I had saved all of the files that I had recorded over weeks. I deleted all of them, and I had no other backups. So situations like that, they're constantly happening with content creators and people in general. I feel like they go through setbacks in life. And that's, for me, is a bit important. Let's let New York be New York. This is the police. New York gave me a little bit of a break now. As I was saying, everyone eventually goes through those setbacks, those days. But nowadays, I understand them and I perceive them as necessary. It's almost like a necessary evil. It's a way of testing us if we're really prepared or willing to go through that challenge or to overcome all of the obstacles that situation can offer to us. Most of people, they will commit themselves with something. And in the first situation that requires and demands a little bit more of attention or challenge or overcoming a problem or a technical issue, that's the threshold for a lot of people, because a lot of people will just stop right there. It's very easy to understand that as a way of like, oh, it means this is not meant to me. I'm not meant for that. I'm going to stop right here because this is the first problem, so I'm not able to do it. So I feel like my version in the past, that would be one of the situations I would see that and I'll be like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just like, it's requiring a lot from me. I don't have the energy to to deal with it. I'm too tired from work. Why am I doing this? But nowadays, I just see that like it's part of the process. It's a challenge. I'm going to do my best here that I can. And if I cannot overcome this situation at this moment, I'm just going to content myself with the fact that I tried. And tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow I'm going to do things differently, learning from this lesson. And it's also a matter of understanding that sometimes it's good to take a chill day, a chill pill, and just lay in bed and let that day pass. But sometimes it's a matter of like persist and really insist in that thing regardless of what's coming wrong. It's troubleshooting. It's coming with alternative situations. It's doing something else. It's doing that extra step. It's going direct the extra mile. And at the end of the day, even if it was 5 a.m. in the morning, I was like feeling accomplished that I at least had finished it and done it. Because the video itself, I did in the right day. I did yesterday. But the uploading process was all like in the midst of the night from a day to another, which was a mess, but it came out, thankfully. I even had a comment from Heidi, and she said something like, "Oh, Rodrigo, I thought you wouldn't be able to do to make it to this 22nd day." Heidi, let me tell you this. I thought that I wouldn't be able to as well, but I decided to not give up because at least I knew you would be here. You know, for example, at least I knew someone would be here watching. And it was a commitment not only with myself, but with this audience as well. And also to show that those days they are going to happen. This is the most normal. Let's start normalizing those days. Those are part of the process. I've learned something quite a while ago. I've always been a very passionate person about things, especially when it comes to projects that I'm involving myself with, which is basically the understanding that every situation we go in life will have the impact and the effect on us that we'll give it based on our reaction to that situation. So basically, I could be very frustrated, very angry, and very upset, and, you know, very passionately frustrated with that situation and just use it as an excuse to stop right there or not continue or, you know, be angry at the world. But at the end of the day, I was just like, oh, come on, Rodrigo, you're not going to let that pass. Come on, let's do it. You can do it and do it in the time you can. It's also a way of like understanding how do you normally react to situations. Are you a very passionate person? Do you get very angry and impulsive and you want to give up and you want to just like break things down and move apart and stop doing those things? Or you embrace that, you understand that it was a mistake and you're going to find another alternative or another way to make that thing happen? I really would like to hear that from you here at the comments. So let me know. Because I used to be this person and I'm not anymore. I'm so proud of myself that I'm not anymore. And it's also a process. It's a process of like maturing and understanding and appreciating more your time and your craft itself. Because when you're really passionate about someone, those are not the setbacks that are going to make you stop doing it. You know, you're going to eventually learn with them. But if you're really not passionate about it and you are frustrated already with this first setbacks, which is fine to be frustrated, but like you want to give up after that, well, I would say, think about it. Do you really want to do it? Why? What are the motivations behind it, right? I know it's a little bit of like a coachy talk in this video, but it's my last week, guys. So I'm experimenting. I'm trying different formats here. I'm trying to use different approaches in this channel. And also, like when you think about one situation like that, for me, something that works to keep me motivated is to understand there are a lot of examples of major public figures that experienced setbacks in their lives, and they were only able to be where they're at today because they overcame all of those and they understood that this was part of the process and they persisted. So yeah, and if you're going through a bad day right now, just understand something. This is not the last bad day you're going to have in your life. That's okay to have a bad day. They're essential. They're important. They makes us understand things like, and I'm not saying like a bad day, like you're having like an introspective or a really bad day, but like the days that everything seems to go wrong and not work in your favor. It's helping you. Just understand that this is helping you to be creative. It's giving you the opportunity to find an alternative solution in a different route, in a different way, until you find your way out of that, until your goal. And if me talking here is not enough, I'm going to give you a few examples, okay? Based on my research, we have Carrey, who dropped out of school at age 15 to support his family and lived in a van. Despite these hardships, he pursued his dream of becoming a comedian and eventually succeed. Another one is Stephen King's, that's my favorite. His first novel, Carrey, was rejected by 30 publishers. Imagine having something you put a lot of work on rejected by 30 publishers of respect. He was so discouraged that he threw it away, but his wife retrieved it and encouraged him to finish it. King went on to sell over 350 million copies of his book. Another one is our favorite Walt Disney, or maybe not, I don't know. He was fired from a newspaper from lack of imagination. Imagine that. And had several business failures before creating Disneyland. And his resilience built a global entertainment. Those are just a few examples for you to understand that the day you're going through, that nothing seems to go right, it's just a way and an opportunity for you. It's an opportunity for you to prove yourself you can do it and be creative on your way out of that. My name is Drigo. I have been documenting the process of becoming a small content creator by challenging myself to post a video a day for 30 days. We are in the last week already, and we're almost reaching 100 subscribers, which is crazy. But thank you so much for everyone who is here. And if you like this video, you're probably gonna like any of these other videos as well that I made with so much love for you. And I see you in the next video. Bye.